Hi everyone, day 3, here we are on my detox journey for the next week. Day 3 is food is back in the mix, which makes me very, very joyful and happy because I love food, as I'm sure we all do in our own ways. So day 3 onwards kind of looks like the shake in the morning, which I've already had a bit of a talk about the last couple of days, as well as your supplements, which I'll be talking about in the next couple of days as well. Then you finally get to have a vegan lunch. Now, don't stress about me saying vegan. Look, essentially on this detox, we're eating as much variety of vegetables as possible. The actual food that you're allowed to eat, although it's limited, it's essentially similar to an elimination diet. So if you've had one of those before, that's eliminating any dairy, eggs, wheat, grains, all of that kind of fun stuff. But it's really good because it's to actually allow your system to have that rest, keep the food really simple, keep the digestion nice and easeful. So that's the idea of having a vegan lunch, and my lunch today was absolutely delicious. It's really simple foods. So I cooked up a beautiful batch of black beans with some onion and garlic for flavor, some tomato and some parsley through that. And also I had some steamed sweet potato that I seasoned with nutmeg, and I had some beautiful mushrooms that I cooked in coconut oil. So all of that is allowed on this detox, and it was absolutely phenomenal and delicious. And something that I really found today after not eating for a couple of days, I was so looking forward to this meal, and it was so beautiful to prepare it, and it was also really beautiful to sit and eat it. I really wanted to be there in every mouthful to really experience all of that beautiful food, whereas normally I would be multitasking when I eat. So I would be reading or checking my phone or watching something, and you really are missing out on mindful eating, slowing the process of the eating down and enjoying and tasting your food. We just don't really do that very much anymore. So that's been another little gift on this detox, that sort of first meal that you have after those couple of days, you really, really value it. And it's like you're kind of eating for the first time in some ways. So after my lunch today, I'll be having another shake, as I've been having for the first 2 days. And then for dinner tonight, this is the fun bit for the meat eaters out there. You are allowed to have meat on this detox. It's not in my normal diet, so I won't be having meat. I will continue with the vegan plan for the entire 7 days. But if you do eat meat, there is some recommended proteins. Look, it's not allowing you to have a T-bone steak. There's things on there like sardines and other fish, perhaps some chicken, but it's really, really simple, basic meat that if you really feel like you're going to be deprived, if you miss out, then you're allowed to have meat as your protein source at dinner. So each meal is set up really, really simply. There's no weighing, there's no special recipes you've got to follow. All you need to look at is cup sizes or half cup sizes in the main food groups. So you want to provide yourself with some protein, and you're going to choose a plant or an animal-based protein. I should also say eggs are not included at all. They're a part of the elimination part of the diet. Secondly, you can have 2 or more cups of any vegetables you really want. They tend to leave white potato out just because it doesn't have a huge amount of nutritional value, and it can actually be hard to digest. Sweet potato, go crazy. You can have as much of that as you want, provided you don't necessarily want to be losing weight on this detox. If you do want to be losing weight, you're going to leave out the berries, for example, that I put in my morning smoothie, and you're going to leave out the starches like the yams and the sweet potato, because they're actually going to have a bit more of a calorie count in your detox meals. And the other thing that you're going to add in is 1 to 2 tablespoons of a fat. Now, fat on this detox comes in the form of beautiful, delicious avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, chia seeds, and flaxseed. So you can use a whole range of those, obviously only 1 to 2 tablespoons per meal, but like there's a delicious little dressing you can make for your meal with olive oil and lemon. It's just getting back to really simple flavors. You can still use your spices, you can still use salt and pepper if you choose. So it's just about getting the food really simple, easy to digest. You can have salads for sure on this detox. It's not what I choose to do, particularly in the winter time, because I just find it's not as nourishing for my system in the colder weather, particularly being a Vata. So I did have a salad previously on this detox, and I do have salads on the detox, but it's probably not going to be a feature this time around. Just, you know, being in alignment with nature and what's going on outside, I want sort of some warming, nourishing foods to ground my body. The other thing that I just wanted to mention today is really just food is medicine, and I think we've kind of forgotten that, and we've got so much availability of food these days that we're really overwhelmed by choice, and there's various diet fads that come and go. And really, one thing that I love to remember is Hippocrates. He's actually known as the grandfather of modern medicine, of Western medicine. And he was actually quoted as saying, "Let food be thy medicine." And ironically, that's been forgotten. And in medical school now, we all take the Hippocratic Oath, which is Hippocrates' teachings as the sort of grandfather of modern medicine. And yet we've actually ignored one of his pivotal teachings, which is let food be thy medicine. So what you're putting into your body is really, really important. And so what you can do, what you can choose to do, you should do in the best of your ability and within your finances. And just on that, I'll just have a little small mention about organics. So I'm definitely trying to eat organic food for this week with all the vegetables that I'm choosing to buy. And that's really just making that conscious choice of, if I'm detoxing and eliminating a lot of toxins and chemicals from my system, why would I want to be adding some more in with pesticides and unnecessary things that don't really need to be on the food? Now, organics can cost a little bit more. Very well aware of that. A really, really great resource out there that you can tap into is the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. This is very, very widely available online, and it basically allows you to have that information on hand of, if you really, really can sort of just do organic sometimes, the Dirty Dozen are the ones you want to buy organic as much as possible. Clean 15, those fruits and vegetables are way less impacted with pesticides and chemicals. So it gives you a little bit of a middle road, a middle path to pursue, rather than feeling like you need to be hardcore organic all the time. So I hope that information today has been super helpful, and I'm feeling really energized and excited that I'm on day 3, and the detox is going to be halfway through essentially from tomorrow. So any questions, comments, please feel free to get in touch via Facebook, and I'll address those in my next video. Have an awesome day. Bye.